This wasn't the video I intended to react to today. My initial plan was to take my time and read out all the amazing comments people dropped about my younger brother, President Traore of Burkina Faso. But then it gets to a point in life, certain things become really worrisome. You have to, have a change of plans. And today is one of those days. Nigeria is undoubtedly becoming unsafe, more unsafe for women. It baffles me how someone would tell you, I love you today, and then the next thing in their head, they are conveniently plotting how to unalive you. It's crazy. This singer, Timilei Ajayi from Kaba, Kogi State, spied his girlfriend, Eliojo Salom Adaidu, and a Gala woman from Kogi State as well. He was caught on Sunday with the head of this girl in a nylon bag that he put inside a bako bag or something like that. Who would have thought? I mean, the girl in her mind now would think that, oh, she's dating a God-fearing young man, right? And to think that they've dated for 1 full year. It's not as if they met on social media or he called her for hookup as Blamers Association would rush to do. This one is his girlfriend of 1 year plus. And for this lady's mind now, look at this beautiful lady. For her mind now, they are heading to marriage, right? Probably the relationship is going to lead to marriage. But he bite her, cut off her head for money rituals. Which way, Nigeria? This South African lady went to celebrate the Christmas holidays or 30 December in Nigeria with her friends, and she lost her life there. The report said she had malaria, but we can't really say if it was truly malaria or not. In a country where even their own citizens are not safe, who are you? We tell people don't go to Nigeria. They call us haters. I left the country. I took my kids out of the country. It's not a country I see sane enough to raise my kids. My girl child is not safe. My son is not safe. Even if he's safe from, the country belongs to the men, I can only, beat my chest for the morals I instilled into him at home. But what about association? What about influence? What about the people he mixes up with when he grows up? What about when he gets to get himself into the wrong circle of damaged men who would influence him into doing things that he wasn't raised to do? What about he gets mixed up with people who, even when he's innocent, they commit the offense, he goes down for it? A lot of what ifs. I had to take my son and my daughter out of that country. Now this South African lady is gone. Nobody knows. And we're not going to say justice because it was obvious. She had a video of herself on admission in the hospital, malaria. And then the guy that she was gallivanting with claimed he was just a friend and he had traveled before she died. Who is going to tell what really happened to her? Nobody, right? She's gone. Who remembers the case of Afiba and her friend? How did it end? Did we get justice? Do we know what happened till today? What of the ones that don't make it to the media? Nigeria is not safe for women. And I'm not saying this from a place of any kind of hate, no. I'm a realist. I don't believe in coming to defend my country in the name of being patriotic. I don't like to cover up, because if you keep covering up atrocities in the name of trying to be patriotic, it's going to get to a point where when these men don't see people to attack, they come for you. Just today, Ifeoma, a banker, was kidnapped in Anambra State. Ransom was demanded and the family paid, but her doctors still killed her and dumped her body along Idani Junction, Nobi, Alo Road in Anambra State. Lives are being taken deadly and it's sad nothing is being done to end all these spyings. Who is next? If we keep folding our hands and do nothing, it may get to you. That was a post made by Harrison Gwamishu just today. This video.
How did you kill your mother?
Is a case of a young boy, a young guy that spied his mom, his own mother, for money rituals. He spied his own mother with hammer, shaved her hair, dumped her body in a well in their compound on Christmas Day. His own mother, a mother that gave birth to him, nurtured him, raised him till adulthood. But because he wants to make money, he had the mind to buy his own mother. And I ask again, who are you? A stranger from another country. You think we don't know what we are talking about? I saw a video of a lady defending, oh, Nigeria is this, is fun because she went to have her dirty December and returned in one piece. She thinks that we are blabbing when we say Nigeria is not safe for women. You are lucky, my dear sister. Not everybody gets that lucky. We know what we are talking about. This has nothing to do with views. This has nothing to do with YouTube money. How much do you think reaction videos make? Per 1,000 views that you think will come and stand here and lie to the whole world against our country? If these things don't happen, we won't talk about them. We talk about them because we need them to stop. We have loved ones there who are not opportune to live. It's not everybody that has the mind to let go of everything and just go somewhere else, start all over again. We did it. We did it. Doesn't mean everybody else can do it. And if we are here warning you girls to be very careful, we didn't say don't go to Nigeria and have your fun and blah blah blah, but you might not be lucky, my dear, so why don't you go at all? If your country is safe, stay there. If there's any other country that is safe, go there and have fun. Don't go to Nigeria. Lives don't matter to these people, for crying out loud. Especially women's lives don't matter to these people. You would even be shocked at the reasons they buy women. One is, yes, for the quest for making money quick, money rituals. And then the oga patapata of them is that they don't just love women. They don't appreciate women. Look at a husband. Look at a reason a husband buyed his own wife. Just in December here. Instead of boiling yam, she roasted the yam. He beat him to death. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That just because you know boil yam or you know cook the yam, you roast them, it be reason where person go end your life. Can you believe it? Does it happen in Ghana? Does it happen in your country? Let me know in the comment section. Who would have thought that this guy we reacted to in September, this guy trended for buying his schoolmate and neighbor? Who would have believed that this young man was never in prison for that murder case? Something he confessed to. It wasn't as if somebody accused him wrongly. This young man buyed the girl and called the family for ransom in the name of she's been kidnapped. They paid, but he still ended up buying her. He confessed to it. But guess what? He was never in jail. He was never imprisoned for that murder case. He's walking freely. Oh yes, a lot of people are walking freely for murder cases, especially when they buy women. Nothing happens. Nothing happens when they buy women. How many women have lost their lives and justice have been served? If you are aware of any, let me know in the comment section. These boys work for the high and mighty, harvesting organs and all that, money rituals and all that. They seem to be above the law. Nothing happens to them. Nobody jails them. Nobody imprisons them. They work freely. And you expect that your neighbor, that your boyfriend, that your brother, that your cousin, that your church member, that your colleague who is so eager to be rich at any, as in he doesn't, whatever it takes to make money quick, to think twice before buying you a woman in Nigeria, you are joking. This has nothing to do with God's grace, because God does not do that kind of partial. You're not telling me that those ones that have fallen victim were not loved by God, or they wished for it. A young girl of 23 have been raped and died in her house in Asaba in Nigeria a few days ago. Did you hear me? I said in her house. Okay, Committee of Blamers Association. Would you say, oh, she went to meet a man she met on the internet, she met a man on social media and she went to meet him? Will you say, oh, she went for hookup? Because this is what happens when a woman, a girl is spied, and the first thing that these people do is to victim blame them. Once a woman is spied, they blame her for getting herself spied. Nobody blames the men for hurting or buying these women. And of course, the youths are watching, the men are watching, everybody knows how it plays out. Oh, okay, just buy one girl and you're gonna get away with it because everybody's gonna blame her for getting herself buyed and you are the hero of the story. Nothing is gonna happen. Our girls keep buying. Young girl was in her house, in her bedroom. She didn't go anywhere. So let's not say she's at the wrong place at the wrong time. She was in the right place at the right time in her house, in her room, at the comfort of her home. She was still a victim in her house. So you see, that in Nigeria, you can be a victim anywhere as far as you are a woman. The minute you are born a girl child in Nigeria, you are already a victim from birth. If you're not a victim of molestation, you're a victim of abuse, rape, buying. Organ market is booming. The female organ market is booming. Why? Why does it have to be women? You see, when I was singing praise of President Traore, when he accorded that kind of respect to our vice president, people thought I was overhyping. Men that value women, men that know that, oh, women deserve love and respect, they hardly harm women. But a country where a president, a supposed president, stands in front of the whole world and says his wife, a first lady of the country, belonged to the kitchen and the other room. No respect whatsoever, no regards whatsoever. What do you expect? A country where any girl is spied, any girl that is a victim, nobody cares who did it. Nobody jails these boys for buying our girls. They get away with it every time. Instead, the girls get blamed for getting themselves buyed. I can never understand why anybody would be comfortable with such news to even start blaming a victim that has been buyed. No humanity whatsoever, no humanity left, no conscience. That country is a dungeon. Don't go to Nigeria as a lady, as a girl. If you're raising your daughter in Nigeria, beware. Nigerian women are not safe. So you people think that, oh, you are hot, you have big ass, you're something special to these Nigerian men there. I'm sorry. You are just like goats. And you can at any given time be turned into asun or goat meat pepper soup or dried goat meat or isiewu whatsoever to be devoured. Don't think you are special when you're going to Nigeria. We say these things and you people misinterpret it as, oh, she's bitter, she's this, that. I laugh, all of you. I see comments and I laugh and I shake my head. What an elder sees sitting down. Even if a small baby climbs Iroko tree, he or she might not see it. It's a proverb. Stay away from Nigeria. Stop going to Nigeria. You are not safe. Nothing will happen if something happens to you. Your people are just going to come and carry your corpse. That's the highest they can do. And then come to the internet to blab. There will be, of course, cyber war, South Africa versus Nigeria, Ghana versus Nigeria, this, that. It ends there. You are not coming back, sister. So please keep yourself safe. Don't think you're special. Somebody will buy his own mother. Who do you think you are? Who do you think? Why do you think you're special? When someone buys his mama, not be saying a stepmother, not be saying an auntie, not be saying a mama church member, his own mother. He bought his own mother comfortably. Why? Because he wanted to make money. What's the fun of making this money if you're not even going to spoil your mother with it? Your mother that has suffered to raise you to 26 years. So if this money you want to make, part of your plans is not to even pamper your mother with it, how are you going to enjoy it? Look at him. He bought his mom and shaved her hair because he needed to use her. I don't even know the part of the body that he shaved, whether it's the pickles or the head. You see, you are not safe. Oh. As a girlfriend, you're not safe. As a wife, you're not safe. Because if mama is not safe, sorry for you. Who are you? Look at this woman you're looking at on the screen. No, it's not Photoshop. It was not content. The husband that married her and said, I do with her, plucked off her 2 eyes. Let me read the story. In the compound where I live in Uyo, there's a couple living in the adjacent flat. They have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, with the eldest, a girl, being around 7 or 8 years old. Not a day goes by without hearing them quarrel over trivial matters that could easily be resolved privately. The wife's body is covered in bruises from the relentless physical abuse inflicted by her husband. Being strongly opposed to domestic violence, I once approached her and inquired why she hadn't left the husband to ensure her safety. A few kind-hearted neighbors and I pulled our resources together to help her, but she declined, stating that it goes against her religious beliefs. I believe with prayer he will change. There's nothing God cannot do, she would always say. But what happened next? Last night, while everyone was asleep, I heard a loud scream coming from their apartment. It was undoubtedly the woman shouting, and I assumed they had begun another fight. She kept shouting, my eyes, oh, my eyes, oh. My heart was racing. I leaped out of my bed and unbolted the door. Outside, I found other neighbors already at their doorstep, banging on the couple's door. The children's loud cries could be heard as they were seemingly unable to separate their parents from attacking each other. A moment later, the door opened and the man stepped out. His singlet was drenched in blood and perspiration trickled down his face. He quickly got into his car and sped away. As soon as he was out of sight, we all rushed inside and found the woman collapsed on the floor. She laid in a pool of her own blood, and to our horror, her eyes were gouged out. How could a man be so heartless as to blind a woman he married? We rushed her to the hospital that night, and the husband has yet to return. We've reported the case to the appropriate authorities, and the man has been declared wanted fugitive. I hope karma catches up with him soon. Oh, I'm sorry, karma doesn't catch up with abusers in Nigeria. Karma does not catch up with men that abuse their wives, men that buy their wives. Karma don't catch up with shit. In fact, the ones that even buy their friends and colleagues and girlfriends, karma no dey do anything. Just take a look at this mess. Your own wife, in the presence of your children. Team father figures must be halved. How markets? You people condone nonsense just because you're trying to sound what? Heavenly. You want to make heaven. You are the one that God declared as the prefect of the earth. You judge people so much. You have no respect whatsoever for people's choices. Religion will never be the end of this world. Religion is against divorce. Religion is against separation. But religion is not against damaging innocent children, raising innocent children in toxic homes. Tell me what these children will turn out to be. Children witness their father and mother quarreling and fighting every blessed day. No love, no harmony, no joy, no laughter. And religion is not against that. Because children need father figure, right? You people judge people unnecessarily. You think people's choices don't matter. What your religion taught you is what matters. Please, What do you have to say about these ones that are buying their wives in the presence of their children? And let me shock you, nothing is going to happen to him. Oh, he was going to walk freely very soon. And if he has money, Otilo, even if the police ends up catching him, I give him 24 hours, he's out of there. The woman is blind forever and ever. She not go see again. That is what marriage has done to her. Because if she had left the marriage when the neighbors wanted to assist, she would be alive today and well with her two eyes, seeing very, very kuru everything happening. But oh yeah, now she's blind. And the next thing you go here say she don't enter depression, she don't buy. Waiting by her. Wrong marriage. So the earlier people start respecting people's choices, the better for them. I had my interview here. I said I was not interested in marriage. A lot of people were wanking with a boniki all over the comment section. And one was saying, oh, she needs to heal. Why can she say she doesn't need marriage? Una they sick proper for Africa. Some of una head needs proper check. Everybody knows what works for them. I cannot even imagine my kids witnessing me and anybody exchanging blows, blood flowing, and I'm there. In the name of what? Marriage. In the name of the kids need to have father figure. I beg, make I laugh a tree before I forget. You people should leave me alone. Look at this now. This woman is blind. And she goes soon by. I trust that kind of matter. It always ends up like that. Because who go come they carry you the waka? Now the husband wey blind you, wey don't run. I been at the eldest child is 8 years old. So imagine who is going to be carrying the woman, walking around, bathe her, cook for the children. Women, please, if you experience any form of abuse, leave. Stop saying you are staying back in abusive marriages because of your children. You are rather supposed to leave that marriage because of your children. Because if anything happens to you, children that are not loved when you are there, what do you think would be their cases if you are not there anymore? Please, if you must, think about your children and leave that marriage. I'm not going to say this again. But if you want to buy a hero, we'll type rest in peace for you and everybody moves on. Your choice. I don't know. I don't know if I should. Yes, I know, of course, there are toxic people. There are men who are toxic everywhere in all the countries. But please give that flag to Nigerian men in Nigeria. Some of them respect themselves small when they travel outside Nigeria. But you see, in Nigeria, they know that when a woman is pied, she's blamed for getting pied. This woman now that her son has pied, let me hear the blame they will accord to her. Oh, she raised a son, that's her own crime. Why did she raise a son? Because they always look for a way to blame the victim as far as she's a woman. And that is what happens when something like this occurs and the law doesn't take its effect on the guys that are buying our women. They rather start blaming the women. The girl that was spied in her house, was she going for hookup? She was spied in her house. This woman now, was she going for hookup with her son? The earlier Nigeria stands up for women, start appreciating their women, start treating their women better, that's the only time there will be hope, small hope for that country getting better. Look around you, the countries that cherish their women and appreciate their women, how markets? Are they not enjoying at least some level of peace? Are they not enjoying some level of development? Are they not? Are they not being loved all over the world? Now look at your country, Nigeria, that doesn't appreciate their women. How markets? I don't talk finish. You people should stop buying our women. Stop buying our women.